Hello viewers, welcome to the Dr. Olubenga Adetiton TV. Today's video, I'm talking to you about what you can do with your land, and after doing that with your land, you will never be poor again. What you can do with your land and you will never borrow again. That is what I am talking to you in this video today. Do this with your land and never be poor nor borrow again 2024 is what I am talking to you about. And the business I want to tell you about is a farming business, but it is not the regular farming business where you do in Nigeria, cattle go to eat your farm produce and other things. This is quite different, and I'm going to give you the breakdown in this video. So just be patient. I will give you the breakdown, so watch from the beginning to the end so that you can get everything, all the financial breakdown, the expenditure, the amount of money we spend, and the amount of money we're making yearly. I will tell you in this video today. Pinyin of China is the richest farmer in the world, and his personal fortune is $22 billion. Some people have said that there's no money in farming, but I can tell you with what I've seen, there's real money in farming. Every day, the price of goods and commodities and food items are going up in Nigeria. The price of egg, the price of poultry, fish, turkey, chicken, going up every time. And you know, these are the major source of protein in Nigeria. Garri, made from cassava, the price is going up. Everything, the prices are going up, especially after the removal of the fuel subsidy on May 29, 2023. Now, the business I want to tell you is what you can do with your land. Let's assume that you have a piece of land somewhere, a plot of land somewhere. What our analysis is basically based on just one plot of land. That is what I want to analyze. So anyhow you want to now take the analysis and you want to interpret it based on the amount of land you have, you can go ahead. If you have half plot of land, you can also implement this method. If you have quarter plot of land, you can also use this method, and you are going to be smiling to the bank every time in the year. If you don't have the land yet, this business is also for you, in that you can buy a land. And I'm going to estimate the price that you can buy the land in this, in what I have written here. I have the price of the land and everything well spelled out. Now, let's assume that you buy a plot of land for 1 million, or let's increase it to 2 million, depending on the location in Nigeria. But most times, you can still get land for 1 million, let's say 2 million. So in some places, you can even get the land for 500,000 naira. You can get it for 1 million, you can get it for 2 million. Depending on the location you are, you get a plot of land. After you get the plot of land, then the next thing you do is to fence it. Let's assume that you fence it and gate it with 2 million. So you fence and you gate 2 million naira. In the fencing of the land, you raise it up and then you gate it for 2 million. You put gate and you put a small security post by the side where somebody can lay his head with a cover, with a roof there. Now, that is land and then the fencing. Then you make a borehole or a well on the land. That is going to cost you, in this place I put borehole, and that is going to cost you some amount also. So you factor the amount of the borehole and the well in. Wells can be dug for 200 or 300,000. Borehole, you can estimate the amount of borehole, let's say a million or less or more. So that is part of the amount you spend. Now you're going to get a tank where you're going to store water that you use in pumping. When you pump water, you get a tank that the water is going to be stored in. Then, since it's a farm, they're not living there yet, to avoid the problem of NEPA. Get your gen. So you connect your gen. Anytime you want to fetch your water, you get your gen to work, maybe petrol power gen or diesel power gen, and then you get your water in the tank. You get your generator. Then you get a hose. The gen I estimated for the tank 200,000. For the generator I estimated 100,000. It can be plus, it can be minus, depending on what you want. Then the hose for that I'm going to use because you have to be watering. The purpose of getting the hose is to be watering the plant from time to time, maybe every 2 days or every 3 days, depending on how you want it to be. So you need a long hose that can go the length and breadth of the one plot of land you have bought, which you have already fenced. So for that, I budgeted, let's say 20,000 or 30,000 or even up to 50,000 for the hose. So that is there. Then you need a gate man or a farm man or a farm keeper that will be watching over the farm. He will be there 24 hours. That is his own work to watch over the farm. So in that case, you have to pay the man maybe 40,000 or 30,000 or 50,000 per month. In a year, if you are paying 50,000 in a year, you are going to pay 600,000. Don't be afraid. You will see my analysis and you're going to see that you're going to make back the money even with much profit. So these are all the expenses. So the total expenses is going to like 4 million to 5 million. That is if you don't have a land yet. It can even be 3 million if you have a land, or if you don't have a land, depending on the cost and how you want it to be. Now, the land is 100 by 50. Then what you do is to plant crops on the land. You can plant crops on the land. Now, let's assume that you can plant banana, you can plant pawpaw, you can plant plantain, you can plant mango, you can plant orange, you can plant maize, you can plant beans, you can plant cassava, you can plant millet, you can plant different kind of crop on the land. You can even plant tomato, you can plant pepper, you can plant different things on the land. Just one plot of land. Just get me, just one plot of land. You know, anything I do, I like something that is manageable. I don't want to start with hectares of land, acres, 50 acres. Let's start with just this one plot. And let's see how the business plan goes, and then let's see the next step. So when you start small, then from there you can say, this thing is reproducible, then you can reproduce it somewhere else, or you can do another one and do another one like that, or expand it as you see it work. Now, these are your total expenses. Now, let's take for example that I have said on that land you can plant any crop of your choice that you're interested in, that you know about. Now, for this analysis, I want to use maize as an example. Let's assume that it's maize that you plant on the land. Remember that the land is a plot, and a plot of land is about 120 by 60, 120 feet by 60 feet. In some cases, it's 100 by 50. So let's assume that on the minimal case, that is 100 by 50. This 100 by 50 feet plot of land, that means you can plant 100 maize to the length. Then 50 maize can go on the breadth. You remember that maize is 30 centimeters. In fact, you can get more than that. That means 100 times 100 maize going on the 100 maize on the length, 50 maize on the breadth. That is going to give you 5,000 maize plants that you have planted. It is going to be more than that. I'm just trying to be minimal. Remember, it's 100 feet by 50 feet. It can be more than that, or plus or minus. For this analysis, we are using this 100 by 50. So that is 100 multiplied by 50. That's the amount of maize also. So that is, you are going to have 5,000 maize plants on the farm. Now, let's assume that after maturity, all of the maize plant matured, because this is a close thing. Your close monitoring and everything is in place. You are not, when there's rain, well, you use the rain. If there's no rain, you have your tank, you have your water, you farm it. So what it means is that if it's 5,000 maize plants on the farm and all of them do well, plus or minus, you still get 5,000 maize plants, and you sell each of them for 100 naira. Remember, you can sell it more than 100 naira, depending on the size. Let's assume that you sell each of them for 100 naira. What you're going to get is 100 times 5,000 maize plants, which is going to give you 500,000 naira. You can see that 500,000 naira just from that maize. Now, maize maturity is 3 months. 3 months. If you really want to do it, you can go to IITA Ibadan and get maize that will mature in 2 months. If you get maize that will mature in 2 months, that means in 2 months you are going to get back 500,000. And how many 2 months do we have in a year? We have 2 months in a year. That means you're going to get 500,000 naira back 6 times in the year. That is 500 times 6. which is going to give us 3 million naira from the maize alone in a year. Now, if it is 3 months, if it's 3 months maize, which is the common one, you are going to get back 2 million naira in a year. Remember, what you are paying the security man is 600,000 per year or 500,000 per year, depending. Now, if you remove that, so the remaining 1.5 or 1.6, if what you are yielding is 2 million, or 2.5 or 2.6, if what you are getting is 3 million, is yours. So that is the profit you are going to make. Now, look at the amount you bought the land. Look at the expenses you bought. The expenses you've done, the tank you buy, you're not going to buy another tank the following year. The hose you bought, you're not going to buy another hose the following year. The generator you bought is going to be used once in a while, especially during the dry season. You're not going to be buying generator every year. The only thing you're buying is to fuel generator. And the fueling is just to fill the tank. So you get a good machine that's going to pump water and fill the tank on time, and then you close the shop or the gen, and that goes. So you can see that this is a cool-headed business that you can go into, and you are going to be glad to do it. So I want to try the business out. You can also try it with other crops. There are many crops you can try this business plan with. I just use maize as an example. The price of feed is going up because the amount of maize available for poultry products are going down. Price of food is going up because more food are needed to get to the market. If you plant cassava, you are also going to be some cassava that grow in 6 months. Do your research on what to plant, but this is the general business plan. You cannot miss it if you do this business and you go into it. So if you do this with your land, you will never be poor and you will never borrow again, starting from this year 2024. So I am Dr. Olubenkade Titun, and this is Dr. Olubenkade Titun TV. My aim is to empower you with knowledge about business, about information, and other things. So there's no excuse that it's dry season, it's rainy season. Because it's rainy season, that's why I could not plant. Because it's dry season, that's why I could not plant. No excuse, forget about it. There are some places in the world that they don't have rain for even 1 month, and they are producing food. So we have no excuse in Nigeria. We have no excuse for not having food in Africa. So this is the business model. Go ahead and use it. Share this video with your family and friends and everybody that you care about. Let it go wide. Share it on your social media pages. I am going to come your way again with another powerful business idea in the next video just after now. Before then, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. And I want to thank all my subscribers who have moved me from less than 100 in just within a few number of years to 4,000, and I'm going to more than 4,000 subscribers as of today. Now, I want you to join that gang and push me up to 5,000 and then to 6,000, and then we can be moving on to 10,000. I appreciate you, and I know it's because I'm bringing you value. That's why you are subscribing. So keep subscribing, and please take action on this business that I'm bringing to you. Many people have said that, yeah, don't build house, don't do. Okay, when you have land, this is what you do with the land. Many people have been selling land. This is now what you should do with the land. I am going to talk to you in the next video. Before then, this video that is popping up now is the next that you need to see. Until then, bye for now.